So if your business runs a full HVAC system swap, you know the grind. It's a multi-day install. Day one, you are tearing out the old system, setting up rough-in wires, etc. Day two, you are setting up the new unit and running the line set. And on day three, electrical wiring and startup happens and you communicate with the customer. But here's the headache. Every one of those days needs a different skill set, and the order actually matters, which is phase. Ultimately phase actually matters, and you can't commission a unit which you haven't set yet. So the same crew really should be finishing it from start to end ultimately. And most owners, what they do is they just pick a whiteboard or a scheduling board in their existing softwares and manually try to figure out who is available at what time, and for each day, each person, they schedule a visit. But I want to be straight with you about the tools over here. Jobber and Housecall Pro can actually put visits on the calendar, but it's just not that they can't do multi-day scheduling. The only thing is it's all manual. So you are going to go through each team member's availability. It's all in your head that who is available at what time ultimately, and then you are going to schedule the visits by hand. One of the only softwares which supports multi-day scheduling for larger projects for HVAC is ServiceTitan. I have to give him that. But the only thing is the price tag it comes with is quite heavy. So what I'm going to do is, in this video, I'm going to demo FieldCamp's multi-day AI scheduling feature, which lets you create a template where you say that, hey, this is a 3-day installation. On each day, what is supposed to happen, what type of skilled members are required ultimately. And once you set this template, it can literally split out the schedule for any given job, where you just say, hey, this unit needs to be installed. When can my crew do it on a 3-day availability? And it's going to tell you that on day one, these 2 team members are available. On day 2, these 2 team members are available, etc. So let's get started. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to head over to FieldCamp ultimately. And in FieldCamp, there is this thing called as job templates. Now what job templates is supposed to do is, job template is your gateway into setting how various parts of your installation or removal, any process works inside your basically the field service software. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, let's focus and open the full HVAC system replacement. So the full HVAC system replacement takes 3 days, and there's multiple phases, for example, and it can work for furnace, AC condenser, evaporator coil, etc. Any of those cases. And there's 3 phases to it. On day 1, I need 2 people ultimately to do the work of site protection and old system removal. So that's why the skills needed on day 1 are EPA 608 and HVAC certified. And then it just starts from day 1, as I said. And the things that's supposed to happen on day 1, it's they are supposed to do the drop the clothes, lay wire, like lay that the flow doesn't get disturbed, etc. There is also like the refrigerant recovery from existing condenser. So you're just going to say what are the work notes. On day 2, what I need is I want the equipment set and refrigerant lines set up. And I need only 1 member to do this, who is a certified EPA and HVAC certified ultimately. And on day 3, I need the startup and charge, for which again I need 2 people with various skill sets, and it's gonna go ahead ultimately with this various scheduling options which are available. Once you set this template, it's super simple. Only thing you have to do now for managing your multi-day HVAC installation is, when a customer calls in saying that, hey, I need installation or a new installation or my unit replaced, what you are going to do is you are going to head over to the job schedule ultimately. You are going to say, I want to create a new job. This job is for this client ultimately, whose name is, let's say, Josh. And there are 3 kinds of jobs in FieldCamp. One is a one-off, recurring, and multi-day. This option is not available in Jobber, Housecall Pro, or Workis, because this feature is custom made for commercial HVAC installations, HVAC replacements, etc. So I'm just going to select multi-day job. It's a 3-day full HVAC replacement job. I need any suggestion ultimately after the 15th of the month, because that's when I get the new unit ultimately. And I'm just going to say, let AI find the best time. Usually it takes full day, 3 full days of installation. Please suggest me someone who can go. And it's going to show this pop-up, which is AI actually telling you, rather than you going into the system, figuring out that, hey, this person is available at this time, the other person is available at this time, etc. The system is telling you that based on whatever configuration, the 3-day skill matching, etc. On day 1, these two people, Riddhi and Jasmine, are selected. They can go because they have the HVAC certified skill and they are EPA certified. Day 2, only one person is needed, so Riddhi has the right skill. And on day 3, again those two people can go. And then of course this is very helpful if you have 20 or 30 plus more technicians, where you need to coordinate schedules around the schedule board of, like, let's say 500 600 plus variables. And it doesn't only give you one option, it gives you as many options as you need for next 1 month, 60 days, 90 days, etc. So based on when you get the unit, you can just choose the schedule. Ultimately, I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to fill out my line items, instructions, checklist, etc. and I'm just going to create this job. Once this job is created, now I have a multi-day installation job fully scheduled using the help of AI in under 2 minutes. The only thing that happens now is you will see that for each visit, multiple team members have been assigned. So on June 15th, Riddhi is going, June 16th, Riddhi again, and then June 17th, those two people. If in case, let's say, the first day gets longer, there is some delay, there is rain for example, then you can just change the upcoming days rather than worrying about what will happen ultimately to other things. For example, that day 2 people have to just cancel their work ultimately, and day 3 people have to cancel that work. What you can do is you can just ask AI that give me a new schedule based on, because the first job or first day took longer than planned. This is as easy as it gets. If you had to manually do this in Housecall Pro or Jobber ultimately, where you had to plan a HVAC unit installation, where you do the cleaning first, where you remove the unit, then you do the setup and installation, and then you clean up again and onboard the customer, you would have to manually figure out, first of all, that who is supposed to go, who has the right skills. And one customer just switched from Housecall Pro to us just because of this feature ultimately. So check it out. Thank you.